This documentary covers advocacy by Foundation for Justice and Development Initiative through support from International Development Law Organization. Their main focus is based on advocacy and sensitization.
It brings victims together, share their experiences.
As witnessed by the graves you can see on the video here, the Muchwini Massacre Association commemorated the 56 people who were killed by the LRA on July 24th in 2002 in northern Uganda. One of the victims, Vicky Abono, whose husband was killed on 23rd July 2002, narrated her ordeal to our reporter. The interview shed light on the ongoing struggles faced by the victims. Vicky recounted that the government of the Republic of Uganda had promised compensation, including bowls for farming and iron seats, but none of these promises have been fulfilled since then. She is left to support her 3 children through small-scale farming, which barely meets their need. Vicky urgently appealed to the government intervention, highlighting that the technical school built by the government has no teachers on payroll, forcing many to volunteer, and this lack of support affects the education of their children. Another victim, Esther Achan, expressed her gratitude to the Foundation for Justice and Development Initiative through support from the International Law Organization. She shared her heartbreaking story of losing her husband and having 2 children beaten by the LRA. Esther suffers from depression and mental instability since the massacre. While she appreciated the government's effort in constructing a technical school, she emphasized that more support is needed. Many widows have succumbed to stress and depression, waiting for the government's unfulfilled promises.
I was doing kilo ten more than a deck. Matuma Mirquan, what you leg and one pay. You were trying to call Nigamenta Mirquan, and to Gamenta pay Uquanua. What leg of leg and Mirquan, Ganquan, Robin Mini Po, Chigamente, Umiuquan, Ganquan, Memunan, and Nicobiti, and Gamenta, ye, what walk for Benebore, PN, Umiuquan. Gangkwan no kubirti en mi koñ wari chawani wati gangkwan enni kere ol wati pigwang ci wanen be ni gangkwan ti en to fut wati ki lega ni mero u chwal ko wa gamenta koñ wa pien ka chal wan mi nen wan dong po pe ki ker mai ken.
Mr. Okeng Bosco Owona shared his disappointment with the government inaction. His father was killed on July 24, 2002, while he was working in Fort Portal district. Okeng highlighted the cultural importance of compensation in Acholi tradition and lamented the lack of support, which has led to trauma and many community members left with no families. He criticized local leaders for not raising their concerns in the Parliament of the Republic of Uganda and appealed for the government intervention.
Gini mama gen tika timone wa ko ketin kam wa ko kwangi lo tian mo kana mudong pere now che di tima pol jo mo kana tiki trauma ma dong bere pera mo timo gini mo no ne every time no gitika lock ngara lock atata ne.
The chairperson of Muchwini Massacre Association, Mr. Onyango, narrated his story on the efforts made towards raising the voice of the widows and the people affected by the massacre.
As an organization, ours is mostly about advocacy. We advocate for them, and then we are at their forefront asking for the government to come in and support these victims. I am so happy that for the initiative of the government who have supported this community with a technical school, and many other victims are crying for the same. Wherever we go to give this support, victims have always cried that they need the support from the government. But as you know, sometimes it becomes hard for the government to give individual support. to these victims.
Remains committed to securing justice and support for all victims, striving to ensure that they receive what they are entitled to.